Beneath millions of tons of ice lies a continent that has never fully revealed itself. Antarctica is not just frozen land and endless snowfields. It is a sealed archive of Earth's forgotten past. Ancient maps, buried landscapes, hidden lakes, classified expeditions, and unexplained structures all point to something waiting below the surface. Scientists drill deeper. Satellites scan wider. Governments restrict access. Yet most of this continent remains untouched. What if entire ecosystems, cities, or technologies have been preserved for thousands of years? What if human history did not begin where we think it did? In the coldest place on Earth, answers may still be locked in ice, waiting to be uncovered. The vast expanse of Antarctica is a world shrouded in secrets, frozen in time, yet brimming with unexplored mysteries. An isolated, seemingly lifeless land, it stretches for miles, its icy surface concealing something far more significant than we've been led to believe. It's a place where the cold isn't just an element of the landscape. It's a key to unlocking one of the most enigmatic chapters in our planet's history. While most see Antarctica as little more than a barren wasteland, what if the truth is far darker, more profound, and deeply connected to humanity's forgotten past? The question must be asked, what lies beneath its uncharted ice? Could this frozen continent hold the answers to ancient mysteries, lost civilizations, or even technologies that modern man is not yet ready to understand? Imagine for a moment a land so remote, so untouched, that no human being has truly explored its entire expanse. The surface is a perpetual frost, but beneath, there is an entire world frozen in time, a world that may hold clues to the history of our ancestors if we are brave enough to look. Antarctica's allure lies in its isolation. Unlike any other place on Earth, its inaccessibility has turned it into a blank canvas for speculation, one where imagination runs wild. For centuries, theories have swirled around this frozen continent, theories that suggest ancient civilizations, possibly far older than we can comprehend, might have thrived here. Or perhaps something even stranger exists beneath the ice, something that has remained hidden from the world for thousands of years. Despite its present-day image as an inhospitable land of snow and ice, Antarctica was once far warmer, its ice sheets only forming relatively recently in the geological timeline. According to scientific studies, millions of years ago, this landmass could have supported life in ways that we can only begin to fathom. Some scientists believe that life, in some form, could still be thriving under the ice, preserved from the ravages of time. Fossils of ancient plants and animals have been discovered deep within Antarctica's frozen layers, offering tantalizing glimpses into a past that we know so little about. Yet, these discoveries have barely scratched the surface. What more could lie hidden beneath miles of ice? Could there be an entire ecosystem, once flourishing, now preserved in the cold? What is perhaps most unsettling is the possibility that, long before humanity built its first civilizations, there were other advanced cultures that might have known of this hidden land. Speculation about ancient civilizations that predate the known history of mankind runs deep, and Antarctica is often tied into these theories. Could this frozen land have been the cradle of a lost civilization, one so advanced that their knowledge has been forgotten by history? Some claim that the remnants of these civilizations could still be buried beneath the ice, awaiting discovery. Evidence from ancient maps, particularly the Piri Reis map, suggests that Antarctica was once ice-free, a land of rivers and forests, possibly home to a thriving society. But how could this be? How could ancient peoples have known about a land that was not discovered until the 19th century? What knowledge did they possess that could have allowed them to map a place that modern explorers were only able to reach much later? The Piri Reis map, drawn in 1513, has long been the subject of debate among historians and conspiracy theorists alike. It depicts a portion of the world, including the coastlines of South America and Antarctica. What's most puzzling about the map is the detailed depiction of Antarctica, a continent that, according to historical records, had not yet been discovered at the time. Even more perplexing is the fact that the map shows Antarctica without the ice, an impossibility by modern geological understanding. If the Piri Reis map is to be believed, then ancient civilizations knew of Antarctica long before it was officially discovered in the early 19th century. But how could this be? Could there have been ancient explorers who ventured far beyond their known world, mapping continents that were thought to be inaccessible? Or is it possible that the map itself was created based on lost knowledge, passed down from an even older civilization, one that we have no record of today? Such questions are not merely academic. They touch on something much deeper, something that challenges the very narrative of human history. The idea that we might have lost an entire chapter of our past, a chapter that could reveal a society capable of feats far beyond what we believe possible, is both exhilarating and unsettling. Could the ruins of this lost civilization lie buried beneath the unyielding ice of Antarctica, waiting for the right technology to reveal them to the world? If so, what would the discovery of such a society mean for our understanding of human history? What could we learn from their achievements, and how might it reshape our current trajectory? But perhaps even more mysterious than the possibility of a lost civilization is the role that Antarctica may have played in more recent history. During the 20th century, Antarctica attracted the attention of powerful forces, most notably during World War II. After the war, Operation High Jump, a military mission led by the United States in 1946 to 1947, became one of the most controversial expeditions in modern history. Officially, it was a mission to explore Antarctica and establish a U.S. presence on the continent. But the secrecy surrounding the operation, coupled with the strange reports that surfaced afterwards, has led some to believe that there was more to the mission than meets the eye. Were the U.S. military and its allies investigating something beneath the ice? Were they searching for ancient technology, lost artifacts, or even extraterrestrial presence in the region? The truth about Operation High Jump remains obscured, and many believe that the answers lie somewhere beneath the frozen surface of Antarctica. This interest in Antarctica didn't stop after the war. In fact, the Cold War, with its espionage and military intrigue, only deepened the mystery surrounding the continent. Some have speculated that secret expeditions have continued throughout the years, funded by shadowy organizations or private interests, all with the aim of uncovering what lies beneath the ice. These secretive missions may have uncovered more than we realize, but if so, why have they been kept from the public? What is so important about Antarctica that governments and organizations around the world have been willing to devote resources and energy to its exploration, while simultaneously keeping the true findings hidden? Then there's the more unsettling notion that Antarctica is not merely a forgotten land, but a carefully guarded secret, one that holds the key to some of the greatest mysteries of the human race. The Antarctic Treaty, signed by a number of countries in 1959, set aside the continent for peaceful scientific exploration. But why was it necessary to make such an agreement? Were we truly protecting, and who benefits from the secrecy? Could there be something under the ice that has been intentionally concealed, something so powerful that it must be kept away from public knowledge? The secrecy surrounding Antarctica has given rise to countless conspiracy theories, some of which claim that the continent could be home to alien technology, ancient weapons, or otherworldly structures that would change the course of human history. All of this, the ancient maps, the strange discoveries, the military expeditions, and the sealed-off status of the continent, points to one undeniable truth. Antarctica is no ordinary place. There's something profoundly strange about it, something that calls out to us, whispering from beneath the ice. But the questions remain unanswered. What exactly lies buried beneath Antarctica's frozen surface? Could we be on the verge of discovering a truth that would alter our understanding of history, civilization, and the very fabric of reality itself? As we peel back the layers of secrecy surrounding this enigmatic continent, we may be inching closer to a revelation that has been hidden for millennia, a revelation that, once uncovered, may forever change the course of human history. But for now, the whispers of Antarctica remain just that, distant echoes, waiting for someone to listen, to uncover the truth. Antarctica, the coldest and most desolate place on Earth, is a land that has remained largely untouched by human hands for centuries. The very mention of its name conjures images of endless ice sheets, ferocious winds, and frigid temperatures. It is a place so inhospitable that life, at least in any form we can easily recognize, seems impossible. Yet, this frozen land holds a strange and undeniable allure. Beyond its stark white landscape and seemingly barren plains lies an ancient and mysterious world that has fascinated explorers, scientists, and conspiracy theorists alike for centuries. Despite its forbidding nature, Antarctica is a place that refuses to be ignored, a place that has quietly but persistently beckoned us to uncover its hidden truths. The world has long held its breath as researchers and adventurers alike have attempted to decipher the many enigmas surrounding this landmass. But the secrets it guards remain largely elusive. What makes Antarctica so unique is not just its hostile environment, but its position at the very bottom of our planet, a landmass isolated from the rest of the world, protected by the vast, relentless ocean surrounding it. To reach Antarctica requires more than mere curiosity. It demands perseverance, resilience, and an unwavering determination to unlock the riddles buried beneath miles of ice. The history of Antarctica's discovery is one that mirrors the human desire to explore the unknown, to seek out the mysteries that lie beyond the horizon. Yet, despite the human drive for exploration, the true nature of Antarctica remained hidden for centuries. In fact, the first recorded sighting of the continent didn't occur until the early 19th century, and even then, the land was largely dismissed as an inhospitable, lifeless wasteland. The first confirmed landing on the continent was made by a group of explorers in 1895, marking the beginning of what would become a series of intense expeditions to uncover the secrets of this icy expanse. However, even as explorers pushed further into the continent, the true size and scope of Antarctica remained largely uncharted. What lay beneath its icy surface was a mystery that scientists and adventurers alike could only speculate about. It wasn't until the mid-20th century that significant strides were made in exploring the true nature of Antarctica. This period marked the beginning of a more systematic and scientific approach to understanding the continent. Following the end of World War II, an era of heightened international interest in Antarctica emerged, spurred by geopolitical competition and the desire for scientific discovery. During the Cold War, both the United States and the Soviet Union established research stations on the continent, conducting extensive scientific investigations to uncover the mysteries beneath the ice. But as the number of expeditions grew, so did the questions. What were these missions uncovering beneath the surface? Was Antarctica merely a scientific curiosity, or did it harbor something far more significant? Could it be that the secrets hidden beneath the ice were not simply geological, but something far more profound, perhaps tied to humanity's ancient history? The very geography of Antarctica has contributed to its mystique. It's a land of extremes, where the temperature can plummet to more than 100 degrees below freezing, making it one of the most inhospitable places on Earth. The continent is entirely covered by an ice sheet that stretches over 14 million square kilometers, an area roughly the size of the United States. Beneath this thick ice lies a terrain that remains a mystery, a world frozen in time. The question arises, what could possibly exist under the ice? Could there be traces of ancient civilizations buried deep beneath the frozen surface? Could there be an entirely unknown ecosystem, preserved from the ravages of time, that remains untouched by human interference? These are the questions that continue to haunt scientists and explorers, who, despite their best efforts, have yet to uncover the true nature of Antarctica's hidden depths. For centuries, the prevailing view of Antarctica was one of isolation and emptiness. But in recent decades, that view has begun to change. Researchers have made incredible discoveries beneath the ice, including evidence of ancient plant life and fossils of long-extinct creatures. These findings suggest that, at some point in the distant past, Antarctica was a far warmer place, one that may have supported life in a way that is difficult for us to imagine today. Fossils of trees and plants have been uncovered, offering a glimpse into a world that existed millions of years ago. These discoveries challenge our understanding of Earth's history and suggest that the continent may have been far more hospitable than we've ever imagined. The possibility that life once thrived here raises even more questions. Could there have been a civilization, an advanced society, that once called this land home? If such a civilization existed, what became of it? And what traces of their existence remain beneath the ice? As we dig deeper into the mystery of Antarctica, we begin to encounter a series of unsettling and unexplained anomalies. Some of these anomalies are geological in nature, while others are far more intriguing and baffling. For example, in recent years, scientists have discovered vast, underground lakes buried beneath the ice, some of which contain liquid water, despite the continent's extreme cold. These findings have raised the possibility that life, in some form, may still exist in the depths of Antarctica, hidden from the world. The discovery of these hidden lakes is significant because they provide new insights into the potential for life in extreme environments, both on Earth and beyond. But even more remarkable are the claims of strange structures and formations found deep beneath the ice. Satellite images have revealed the presence of what some believe to be massive, man-made structures beneath the ice sheets, suggesting the possibility of a hidden civilization or unknown technologies lying dormant for thousands of years. It is these anomalies, these strange, unexplained phenomena, that fuel the more fantastical theories surrounding Antarctica. Among the most persistent of these theories is the idea that Antarctica was once home to an advanced civilization, one that was capable of feats far beyond what we consider possible. Some even suggest that this civilization could have been extraterrestrial in nature, with connections to ancient alien visitors who may have interacted with humanity long before recorded history. The idea that Antarctica could be the site of a long-lost civilization, or even an alien outpost, has captured the imagination of many, especially in light of recent discoveries that seem to support these theories. The suggestion that humanity may be missing a crucial chapter of its history is both thrilling and unsettling. What if the true story of our origins is far stranger than we've been taught? These ideas have only been fueled by the secrecy surrounding Antarctica's exploration. The Antarctic Treaty, signed in 1959 by a number of countries, prohibits military activity and commercial exploitation of the continent, reserving it solely for scientific research. But why such an agreement? Why is Antarctica off-limits to the rest of the world? What is being hidden there, and why? Could there be something beneath the ice that is so significant, so powerful, that it must be kept secret from the public? The secrecy surrounding the continent has led to numerous conspiracy theories, some of which suggest that governments around the world are hiding knowledge about Antarctica's true nature. Could it be that the answers to some of humanity's most enduring mysteries lie buried beneath the ice of this remote land? The more one looks into the subject, the more the questions mount, each leading to another layer of uncertainty. Despite all of these questions, Antarctica remains largely unexplored, its deepest secrets still hidden beneath miles of ice. As technology advances and new methods of exploration become available, scientists continue to make incredible discoveries about the continent. Yet, with each new discovery, more questions arise. Were we truly uncovering beneath the ice? What mysteries are still hidden there, waiting to be revealed? Antarctica, it seems, will continue to be a place of fascination, a land of secrets that refuses to give up its hidden truths. In the end, the question may not be what lies beneath Antarctica's ice, but what humanity is willing to do to uncover the secrets it holds. The pursuit of these answers may well shape the future of our understanding of history, civilization, and the very nature of life on Earth. For centuries, The frozen land of Antarctica has been a place of intrigue, not only because of its icy wilderness, but also because of the maps that hint at a much deeper mystery. Among these maps, one stands out as a key puzzle piece in understanding the continent's possible hidden history: the Piri Reis map. This ancient chart, created in 1513 by the Ottoman admiral and cartographer Piri Reis, has baffled historians and researchers for centuries. What makes the map so extraordinary is not just its age, but its depiction of the southernmost regions of the Earth, specifically the coast of Antarctica. At first glance, it might seem like a typical map of the time, but upon closer inspection, it reveals a detail that defies all logic. The map shows the coastline of Antarctica, a place that, according to historical records, had not yet been discovered by Europeans. More remarkably, it shows the coastline free of ice, which, according to modern science, is an impossibility given that the Antarctic ice sheets are believed to have formed long before the 16th century. The map itself raises an uncomfortable question. How could an explorer, long before modern technology, have known the precise details of a continent that was thought to be entirely covered by ice? The Piri Reis map has been studied extensively, and scholars have been unable to definitively explain how it was created or where the information came from. Some researchers argue that the map must have been based on earlier, now-lost maps, possibly drawn by explorers who had access to ancient, forgotten knowledge. The idea that the Piri Reis map could have been based on a pre-existing source raises the tantalizing possibility that there were ancient civilizations that had explored the world in ways we have yet to understand. Some have even speculated that these civilizations might have traveled to Antarctica and mapped its coastline, long before it was officially discovered by modern explorers. Could the Piri Reis map be evidence of a lost civilization that existed thousands of years before the advent of modern exploration? If so, what else did these ancient explorers know? What other secrets could they have uncovered? And how much of that knowledge has been lost to history? The implications of the Piri Reis map go beyond simple cartography. If the map's depiction of Antarctica is accurate, it suggests that ancient civilizations may have had knowledge of the southernmost continent long before it was rediscovered by modern science. This could mean that the history of humanity is far older and more complex than we have been led to believe. The idea of ancient explorers discovering Antarctica is both thrilling and unsettling, as it challenges the very foundation of our understanding of history. What if the advanced civilizations of the past had access to knowledge that was lost or hidden from the modern world? What if they knew things about the Earth's geography, climate, and history that we have only begun to rediscover through modern science? The more one delves into the mystery of the Piri Reis map, the more one begins to wonder if there is a much older, forgotten history waiting to be uncovered beneath the ice of Antarctica. But the Piri Reis map is not the only ancient artifact that suggests knowledge of Antarctica's existence before its official discovery. Other historical references and documents point to the possibility that ancient peoples knew more about the world than we give them credit for. The ancient Egyptians, for example, were known for their advanced knowledge of astronomy and geography. Some researchers have suggested that the Egyptians may have possessed maps or navigational tools that allowed them to explore the world in ways that have been lost to history. Could the Egyptians have known about Antarctica, or at least had some inkling of its existence? Some theorists argue that the Egyptians may have used lost or hidden knowledge passed down from even older civilizations, knowledge that could have included maps of the world's uncharted lands. If these maps or tools were passed down through generations, it's possible that they could have reached the hands of the cartographers who created the Piri Reis map, offering them the information they needed to accurately depict the Antarctic coastline. The idea that ancient civilizations possessed advanced knowledge of the world's geography is not confined to the Egyptians. Many ancient cultures, from the Babylonians to the Maya, had a deep understanding of celestial bodies, the movement of the stars, and the geography of distant lands. In some cases, this knowledge was so accurate that modern scientists have been stunned by the precision of their maps and astronomical calculations. Some researchers argue that this advanced knowledge may have been based on sources far older than the civilizations we typically associate it with. Could these ancient cultures have known about Antarctica? Could they have possessed maps that depicted the icy landmass long before it was officially discovered? The more one looks at the evidence, the more one begins to suspect that the story of Antarctica's discovery is far more complex than we have been led to believe. Of course, there are those who argue that the Piri-Reis map is simply a curious coincidence, a product of the cartographer's imagination or a mistake. After all, the map was created long before the age of modern exploration, and it is possible that the mapmaker was relying on faulty sources or speculative information. Some critics point out that the depiction of the Antarctic coastline on the Piri-Reis map is not entirely accurate, with certain geographical features that don't line up with what we now know about the continent. But these criticisms only serve to deepen the mystery. If the Piri-Reis map was based on faulty or speculative information, then how could it have so accurately depicted the coastline of Antarctica, a place that at the time was still a complete unknown? Could the map have been based on a far more accurate source, one that has since been lost or deliberately hidden? And if so, who created this map, and why did they leave behind such a tantalizing clue about the past? The mystery of the Piri-Reis map is not just about geography. It's about the possibility that we are missing a crucial piece of our own history. If ancient civilizations knew of Antarctica, what does that say about the development of human culture and technology? Were these ancient explorers capable of feats of navigation and exploration that we have long since forgotten? Could they have reached the distant shores of Antarctica at a time when the continent was far more hospitable, a place that may have supported life in a way that is impossible to imagine today? These questions raise far-reaching implications about the history of humanity, suggesting that there may have been civilizations whose knowledge, technology, and achievements have been lost to the sands of time. And then there's the issue of why this knowledge might have been hidden. The idea that ancient civilizations possessed knowledge of Antarctica raises the question of whether this knowledge was deliberately suppressed. Throughout history, there have been instances where information was kept secret, whether for political, religious, or social reasons. Could the knowledge of Antarctica have been deliberately concealed by later civilizations for fear of its implications? Perhaps the discovery of the frozen land was seen as a threat to the established order, a reminder of a time when humanity had knowledge of the Earth's true nature, a nature that has since been buried beneath layers of myth, legend, and obscurity. Could the truth about Antarctica's history have been deliberately obscured to prevent future generations from uncovering the forgotten past? The mystery of Antarctica is, in many ways, a mystery about ourselves. It is a puzzle that speaks to the fundamental questions of human history, knowledge, and identity. What if the story of humanity is far more complicated than we have been taught? What if the continents we now consider familiar were once part of a much larger, interconnected world, one whose map we can barely begin to comprehend? The Piri-Reis map, with its depiction of Antarctica, is just one of many pieces of evidence that suggest we are missing a crucial chapter of our own history. As we continue to explore Antarctica and the mysteries it holds, we may one day uncover the secrets of this frozen land and, in the process, discover a truth that has been hidden for thousands of years. As we delve deeper into the enigma that is Antarctica, the conversation inevitably turns toward a theory that has both fascinated and unsettled people for decades. The idea that Antarctica may not just be a mysterious, isolated landmass, but a possible base of extraterrestrial origins. This theory is not a product of science fiction, though its premise certainly seems to have the trappings of it. Instead, it draws on a wide range of unsubstantiated, yet strikingly persistent claims about UFO sightings, alien bases, and unexplained phenomena that have been reported around the Antarctic region. Over the years, reports of strange lights in the sky, unusual structures buried under the ice, and the eerie silence that permeates the continent have led some to entertain the possibility that Antarctica's remote location and harsh environment could have made it an ideal hiding place for alien life or technology. The idea that extraterrestrials may have visited our planet, perhaps long before modern human civilization took shape, is not new. But could Antarctica, with its vast, untouched expanses, be the site of a long-hidden extraterrestrial presence? And if so, what does that imply about the very nature of life on Earth and our place in the universe? The connection between Antarctica and extraterrestrial theories becomes particularly compelling when one examines the bizarre nature of the continent itself. Antarctica is one of the few places on Earth where there has been minimal human interference. Its remote location, surrounded by miles of unforgiving ocean and protected by harsh weather conditions, has made it one of the most difficult places on the planet to explore. This seclusion has, over time, given rise to numerous strange reports and sightings. For example, there have been multiple accounts of unusual lights and objects in the skies above Antarctica, often described as flying saucers or unidentified flying objects. These sightings, while anecdotal, have contributed to a growing body of lore suggesting that Antarctica may be a hotspot for extraterrestrial activity. But could these reports simply be the result of misidentification or atmospheric anomalies? Or is there something more to these accounts, something that modern science has yet to fully understand? In addition to the UFO sightings, there have been numerous claims of strange structures found beneath the ice. Satellite images and reconnaissance flights over Antarctica have shown what appear to be perfectly geometric shapes and patterns buried beneath the thick ice sheets. Some researchers claim these formations resemble man-made structures, and the precise symmetry of these objects leads some to speculate that they could be remnants of an ancient extraterrestrial civilization or even a secret base that has remained hidden for thousands of years. If these structures are indeed artificial, what is their purpose, and how long have they been there? Some theorists argue that these sites could be evidence of alien bases established during a time when the Earth was more hospitable, and that the extraterrestrial visitors may have used Antarctica as a safe haven, far from prying eyes. Could these so-called alien structures be remnants of a long-lost civilization, buried under the ice and waiting to be uncovered? But the connection between Antarctica and extraterrestrial life doesn't end with sightings or strange structures. One of the most curious aspects of this theory involves the alleged involvement of the Nazis during World War II. In the years following the end of the war, a controversial mission known as Operation High Jump was launched by the United States Navy in 1946. Officially, the mission was meant to explore the Antarctic region and establish a U.S. presence on the continent. However, the true purpose of the operation remains shrouded in secrecy. Some conspiracy theorists believe that Operation High Jump was not merely an exploration mission, but rather an attempt to uncover extraterrestrial technology hidden beneath the ice. The timing of the operation, just a year after the end of World War II, has led some to speculate that the Nazis may have discovered alien artifacts or technologies in Antarctica during their own expeditions to the continent. According to some theories, the Nazis may have made contact with extraterrestrial beings or unearthed ancient alien technology, which they then sought to harness for their own purposes. The fact that the U.S. Navy undertook a massive military operation in Antarctica just after the war, with little explanation or public transparency, only fuels these suspicions. The connection between the Nazis and Antarctica is further complicated by the strange reports surrounding their expeditions to the continent. During the late stages of World War II, several German expeditions were sent to Antarctica, ostensibly to explore the region and map its coastlines. But there have been persistent rumors suggesting that these expeditions were not simply scientific in nature. Some reports claim that the Nazis were searching for secret artifacts, lost technologies, or even alien relics that could give them an edge in the war. The most well-known of these expeditions was the 1938 to 1939 German Antarctic expedition, led by the infamous Nazi officer Captain Alfred Richer. According to some accounts, the Nazis found something during this expedition, something so extraordinary that it became the focal point of their interest in Antarctica. While official records of the expedition are scarce, rumors have long circulated about Nazi attempts to establish a permanent base in Antarctica, where they hope to uncover ancient secrets or advanced technologies. If these rumors are to be believed, the Nazis may have been in possession of information about Antarctica that the rest of the world knew nothing about. Despite the lack of concrete evidence to support these claims, the idea that Antarctica may hold a secret extraterrestrial presence continues to thrive. What if the continent truly is hiding something? Something that would rewrite the history of human civilization and our understanding of the cosmos? Could the extraterrestrial activity in Antarctica, as suggested by these theories, be part of a larger pattern of alien visitation throughout human history? If so, what does this mean for our understanding of the universe and our place within it? Some argue that the discovery of alien technology or evidence of extraterrestrial life in Antarctica would fundamentally challenge our understanding of reality itself. It could lead to a dramatic shift in our perception of the universe, forcing humanity to confront the possibility that we are not alone in the cosmos and that our history is far more complex than we have ever imagined. Of course, these theories are highly speculative and lack concrete evidence. There are no definitive answers, only questions. But the very persistence of these ideas speaks to a deeper curiosity, a desire to understand the true nature of the world and the forces that may be influencing it. Antarctica, with its remote and inhospitable environment, has long been a place where the boundaries between reality and myth blur. For some, the continent is a final frontier, a place where humanity may one day uncover the secrets of the universe, while for others, it is a place that may already be concealing the answers to questions that have haunted humanity for centuries. The idea that extraterrestrial life might have visited Earth in the past and left behind evidence in Antarctica forces us to rethink our entire history. It suggests that the forces shaping our world are far more mysterious and complex than we can currently fathom. As we look toward the future and the possibility of further exploration of Antarctica, we must ask ourselves, what truths are waiting to be uncovered beneath the ice? Could this remote, frozen land be the key to understanding the deepest mysteries of the universe? Or could it be a place where the unknown has remained hidden for reasons we have yet to comprehend? Regardless of where the truth lies, the connection between Antarctica and extraterrestrial theories remains an alluring and deeply compelling mystery, one that continues to beckon those with the courage and curiosity to seek answers. As the search for answers beneath Antarctica's frozen surface intensifies, the story takes a deeper, more unsettling turn when we consider the vast and uncharted world beneath the ice. For centuries, Antarctica has been regarded as an inhospitable wasteland, a land untouched by the flourishing civilizations of the Northern Hemisphere. However, as modern technology allows us to peel back some of the continent's icy veneer, it reveals something startling. Antarctica is far more than just an empty, frozen desert. Beneath the ice sheets, scientists have discovered ancient landscapes, ecosystems, and even signs of life that suggest a dramatically different history than what we've been taught. While the surface of Antarctica remains largely barren, the layers beneath hold a wealth of geological and biological clues that tell a tale of a much warmer, more diverse world. These findings are rewriting our understanding of Earth's history, as they suggest that Antarctica was once a thriving land, capable of supporting a range of life forms, far different from the cold, desolate landscape we see today. One of the most significant discoveries made beneath the ice involves ancient ecosystems that existed millions of years ago, long before the icy glaciers took hold of the continent. The fossilized remains of plants and animals have been uncovered deep within Antarctica's ice, revealing that, at one point in time, this frozen land was lush and temperate. Studies of these fossils have shown that Antarctica was once covered in forests, home to ancient trees and animals that thrived in a much warmer climate. These ecosystems challenge everything we think we know about the planet's geological history. It's a revelation that suggests that Earth's climate was once far more dynamic than we realize, with massive shifts in temperature that transformed the planet's ecosystems. What's even more intriguing is the idea that some of these ecosystems could have been preserved beneath the ice for millions of years, essentially frozen in time. What remains of these lost ecosystems? And more importantly, could there be even more ancient life forms locked beneath the ice, waiting to be discovered by those brave enough to venture into Antarctica's depths? The implications of these findings go far beyond simple paleontology. If ancient life thrived in Antarctica millions of years ago, what does that tell us about the planet's overall climate history? Could Antarctica, with its currently impenetrable ice sheets, once have been part of a global ecosystem, interconnected with the rest of the world in ways we can hardly imagine today? What happened to these life forms? And how did Antarctica transform from a temperate paradise into the cold, isolated land it is today? Some scientists speculate that the dramatic shift in Antarctica's climate could be linked to a series of catastrophic events, such as asteroid impacts or massive volcanic eruptions, which may have altered the Earth's atmospheric conditions and precipitated the continent's icy transformation. These events could have set in motion a chain of environmental changes that led to the extinction of the ancient life that once thrived here. Others believe that Antarctica's transformation may have been part of a natural, gradual cooling process over millions of years, but the ultimate result remains the same. A land once teeming with life was slowly frozen over, leaving only the faintest trace of its former self. But the story doesn't end there. While the fossilized remains of ancient plants and animals offer fascinating insights into the past, the real mystery lies in what remains hidden beneath the ice. As researchers continue to drill deeper into the Antarctic ice, they're finding evidence of ancient lakes and rivers that once flowed freely across the continent. Some of these lakes, such as Lake Vostok, are thought to contain water that has been isolated from the rest of the world for millions of years, preserved beneath a thick layer of ice. What secrets do these lakes hold? Could they contain remnants of ancient microorganisms, frozen for eons, but still capable of providing new insights into the history of life on Earth? The idea that life may still exist beneath the ice, preserved in these hidden lakes, is both thrilling and terrifying. What if these ancient organisms hold the key to understanding the evolution of life itself? Or could they represent something far stranger, a form of life that we have never encountered before, existing in isolation for millions of years, cut off from the rest of the world? While the scientific community remains focused on these ancient, frozen ecosystems, there are others who speculate that the ice sheets of Antarctica may be hiding far more than just fossils and microorganisms. Could there be traces of a lost civilization beneath the ice? This theory has gained traction among conspiracy theorists and alternative historians, who believe that Antarctica could have been home to an advanced civilization long before the Ice Age. According to these theories, the civilization that once thrived in Antarctica was wiped out by some cataclysmic event, perhaps a global flood or a massive shift in the Earth's climate, and its existence has been deliberately erased from history. Evidence for this theory is often cited in the form of strange, unexplained formations that have been detected beneath the ice. These structures, captured in satellite images and aerial photographs, appear to be perfectly symmetrical and arranged in ways that suggest they could be man-made. Could these be remnants of an ancient Antarctic civilization? What if, beneath the thick ice sheets, there are ruins of cities, temples, and monuments, all hidden from the world for thousands of years? This possibility, though highly speculative, is not without its allure. The idea that Antarctica was once home to an advanced civilization, one that possessed knowledge and technology far beyond what we can imagine today, is a captivating notion. Could such a civilization have left behind artifacts or structures that have remained hidden beneath the ice, waiting for someone to uncover them? The discovery of such artifacts would revolutionize our understanding of ancient history, revealing a lost chapter of human civilization that was wiped out long before the rise of Egypt, Mesopotamia, or any other known civilization. The notion that advanced beings once lived in Antarctica, only to be wiped out by some catastrophic event, is a compelling narrative that blends elements of history, science fiction, and the unknown. As we consider the possibility of a lost civilization beneath Antarctica's ice, we must also take into account the role that secrecy has played in the continent's exploration. Throughout the 20th century, Antarctica became a focal point of both scientific research and geopolitical intrigue. Following World War II, a number of countries, including the United States, the Soviet Union, and Nazi Germany, conducted secretive expeditions to Antarctica, the details of which remain shrouded in mystery. The most famous of these expeditions was Operation High Jump, a U.S. Navy mission launched in 1946, which was ostensibly designed to explore the continent and establish a U.S. presence there. However, the true nature of the operation has long been the subject of speculation. Some conspiracy theorists claim that the mission was not just about exploration, but also about uncovering hidden artifacts or technologies buried beneath the ice. Could it be that these secret missions were motivated by a desire to uncover the remnants of an ancient civilization, or perhaps extraterrestrial technology that had been buried for millennia? If so, why has this information been kept from the public? The secrecy surrounding these expeditions has only fueled the fire of speculation. If there truly are ancient ruins, alien technologies, or forgotten civilizations hidden beneath Antarctica's ice, then why have the details been suppressed? What is the purpose of keeping this information from the world? Could the discovery of such artifacts or knowledge be so profound, so world-altering, that it poses a threat to the established order? And why has Antarctica been sealed off, with its exploration and exploitation strictly controlled by international treaties? The questions are endless, and the answers, perhaps, are buried beneath the frozen landscape, waiting to be uncovered. In recent years, advances in technology have allowed scientists to peer even further beneath the surface of Antarctica, uncovering even more clues that suggest the continent may hold secrets far beyond what we've imagined. Ground-penetrating radar, seismic surveys, and ice core drilling have provided glimpses of what lies beneath the ice sheets. While many of these discoveries have focused on ancient ecosystems and geological formations, some researchers believe that we may be on the verge of uncovering something even more remarkable, something that could change our understanding of history, civilization, and the very nature of life on Earth. As scientists continue to explore Antarctica, the question remains, what exactly lies hidden beneath its vast, uncharted ice? Could it be the remnants of a lost civilization, an ancient extraterrestrial presence, or an ecosystem that has been preserved for millions of years? Whatever the truth may be, Antarctica is undoubtedly a land of mysteries, a place where the past, present, and future seem to converge in a frozen world of uncertainty and intrigue. And with each passing year, as technology advances and more exploration is conducted, we move ever closer to uncovering the truth about what lies beneath the ice, a truth that may forever change our understanding of the world and our place within it. The pursuit of understanding Antarctica's hidden past takes another profound twist when we explore the tantalizing possibility that beneath the ice sheets, there might be evidence of extraterrestrial influence, not just in the form of artifacts, but through the very nature of the environment itself. Could the continent have been a landing site for extraterrestrial visitors long before humanity's recorded history? The theory is far from being a mere fantasy, and it draws on a strange array of circumstantial evidence that has continued to puzzle scientists, historians, and conspiracy theorists for decades. If there is any place on Earth where the idea of extraterrestrial involvement in ancient history could be true, it may very well be Antarctica, a land of mystery and isolation where the past, so often obscured by layers of ice and time, might hold answers that challenge everything we know about our origins. From peculiar geological formations to inexplicable anomalies, Antarctica has long been a hotspot for the more outlandish theories regarding extraterrestrial contact. One of the most compelling aspects of this theory is the discovery of certain features in Antarctica that appear to defy natural explanations. Beneath the icy surface, there are mysterious formations that some believe resemble the remnants of ancient alien architecture, possibly the remains of a civilization that visited or even once inhabited the land. These structures are often described as being unervingly symmetrical, their geometric precision suggesting they could not have been formed by natural processes alone. Satellite images have revealed patterns that some theorists insist resemble large, man-made structures, pyramids, massive geometric formations, and even underground complexes. The most famous of these alleged structures is a formation known as the Antarctic Pyramid. This strange shape, which appears to be a nearly perfect pyramid-like structure protruding from the ice, has sparked a flurry of debate. While scientists maintain that the shape is a result of natural erosion, many insist that its unnatural symmetry and sharp angles cannot be entirely dismissed as coincidental. Could it be possible that an advanced extraterrestrial race, with a knowledge of sophisticated architecture and engineering, constructed these enigmatic structures eons ago, and that they have remained buried beneath layers of ice for millennia? The thought that such advanced knowledge and technology might have been lost to the annals of time is both awe-inspiring and unsettling. Theories surrounding extraterrestrial influence in Antarctica have gained traction not just because of these geological anomalies, but also because of historical accounts and strange occurrences that seem to hint at a far more complex history than we have been taught. For example, the U.S. military's Operation High Jump in 1947 has been at the center of numerous conspiracy theories regarding alien contact. The operation was ostensibly a mission to establish a U.S. base in Antarctica and conduct research. However, there are reports and claims suggesting that the operation was not merely a routine military expedition. Some theorists argue that Operation High Jump may have been an attempt to investigate or even uncover alien technology in the Antarctic region, possibly linked to the mysterious structures and pyramids beneath the ice. At the time, the expedition involved large numbers of personnel, aircraft, and ships, and the sheer scale of the operation, coupled with the relative secrecy surrounding its true purpose, has raised suspicions. Could the U.S. government have been searching for something beyond just geographical knowledge? Perhaps they were investigating strange anomalies in Antarctica, leading them to believe that the continent harbored alien artifacts or even extraterrestrial life. In the years following the operation, numerous reports of strange sightings, unexplained phenomena, and mysterious disappearances in the region only served to stoke the fires of speculation, suggesting that there might have been more to the mission than meets the eye. What is even more perplexing is the long-standing presence of various nations in Antarctica, many of which have pursued scientific research while keeping their findings shrouded in secrecy. The Antarctic Treaty, signed in 1959 by numerous countries, reserves the continent for peaceful scientific exploration. But some believe that this treaty is more than just a precautionary measure to preserve the fragile environment of Antarctica. There are claims that governments may be concealing the true purpose of their presence on the continent, a hidden agenda to explore, recover, and study alien technologies or biological entities that may have been preserved beneath the ice. These claims point to the fact that certain areas of Antarctica remain highly restricted and access to specific research zones is limited. What exactly are these governments protecting? Are they concealing evidence of extraterrestrial involvement? Could the continent be a massive, undiscovered vault containing relics of an ancient alien civilization that once visited Earth and that has since been lost beneath the layers of ice? Adding another layer of mystery is the unexplainable presence of unusual elements in the Antarctic environment. For instance, some researchers have reported the discovery of high concentrations of rare metals and isotopes that do not appear to be naturally occurring in the region. These elements, including metals that are often associated with advanced technology, could point to the presence of alien materials beneath the ice. One particularly bizarre discovery involved high levels of certain radioactive isotopes found in ice cores drilled deep into the continent's glaciers. While scientists have offered various explanations, including the possibility that these elements came from meteorite impacts, some theorists wonder whether they might be evidence of extraterrestrial visitors. Could these radioactive isotopes be remnants of alien technology that fell to Earth long ago? Or could they be a trace left behind by alien spacecraft that made contact with Earth thousands or even millions of years ago? These oddities continue to fuel the belief that Antarctica is not merely a place of cold and isolation, but a site of historical importance that has remained hidden from the public eye for reasons far beyond mere scientific curiosity. A deeper look into the possible extraterrestrial history of Antarctica also invites us to consider the strange phenomenon of ancient maps and charts that suggest a knowledge of the continent long before it was officially discovered. As previously discussed, the Piri Reis map, created in the early 16th century, depicts a remarkably accurate coastline of Antarctica, even though the continent was not discovered by Europeans until centuries later. Some believe that this map was based on an ancient source, perhaps one that was passed down through generations, or even one that was drawn by extraterrestrial visitors who had knowledge of the continent before it became encased in ice. This raises further questions about the origins of such maps and how these early explorers could have possessed such advanced knowledge of the Earth's geography. Were these maps simply a product of speculation, or do they hold a deeper truth about Antarctica's past and its potential extraterrestrial connections? The thought of extraterrestrial influence in Antarctica touches upon something more profound than just the search for alien technology. It speaks to the larger questions of humanity's place in the cosmos and the possibility that our planet's history has been far more influenced by external forces than we have ever understood. If extraterrestrials did visit Earth in the distant past, and if Antarctica was one of the key locations where they interacted with our planet, what does that mean for our own evolution? Did these visitors leave behind more than just strange artifacts and enigmatic structures? Could they have played a role in the development of early human civilization, perhaps guiding or even intervening in the evolution of life on Earth? This is a question that continues to intrigue researchers and theorists, particularly those who see the possibility of ancient extraterrestrial influence as a key to unlocking the mysteries of human history. As the evidence continues to mount, and as technological advancements allow us to peer deeper into Antarctica's icy heart, the question remains, what is Antarctica truly hiding? Is it a place of natural wonder and scientific discovery, or does it conceal something far more extraordinary, something that could forever change the way we view our history, our planet, and our place in the universe? The truth, perhaps, is buried beneath the ice, waiting to be discovered by those bold enough to uncover the secrets of this frozen, mysterious land. As we venture deeper into the labyrinth of Antarctica's mysteries, one cannot help but be drawn to the staggering number of unexplained phenomena and theories that surround this vast, icy expanse. While much of the continent remains shrouded in secrecy, the stories that have surfaced, tales of lost civilizations, extraterrestrial influence, and the strange anomalies reported by scientists and explorers alike, paint a picture of Antarctica as a place far more extraordinary than we have been led to believe. As technology advances, and as the quest for answers intensifies, the world begins to ask, could the Antarctic region truly be hiding something, or someone, beneath its layers of ice? One of the most compelling aspects of the modern search for answers is the increasing number of unexplained geological and environmental anomalies that have been detected in the region. These anomalies range from inexplicable magnetic fields to unusual sounds that seem to emanate from deep within the Earth. Some of these phenomena are so strange, so out of place, that they cannot be easily dismissed as natural occurrences. Could these anomalies be evidence of something far more significant than we realize? Could they be signs of an ancient presence, either terrestrial or extraterrestrial, that has left its mark on Antarctica? Perhaps one of the most intriguing aspects of Antarctica's enigmatic nature is its vast network of underground lakes and rivers, many of which have been isolated from the outside world for millions of years. These hidden bodies of water, such as Lake Vostok, which lies buried beneath over 2 miles of ice, have long captured the imagination of scientists and researchers. These lakes are not only important because they may contain ancient microbial life, but because their isolation provides a rare glimpse into a world that has remained untouched by modern civilization for eons. The idea that life could survive in such extreme conditions, in the absence of sunlight, in waters locked away for millions of years, challenges everything we thought we knew about biology and the limits of life on Earth. But the real mystery lies in the question, what else could these lakes be hiding? Some believe that beneath the frozen waters of these ancient lakes, there could be more than just microorganisms. Could there be other, more complex forms of life, waiting to be uncovered? Or could the waters hold evidence of something even more extraordinary, remnants of an ancient civilization, or perhaps an extraterrestrial presence? The mystery of Antarctica's hidden lakes continues to draw attention from the scientific community, as well as from those who seek to uncover the continent's deepest, most secretive truths. In recent years, advancements in satellite imaging and ground-penetrating radar have allowed scientists to peer deeper beneath the icy surface, revealing the possibility of massive underground cities, ancient structures, and even entire civilizations waiting to be discovered. These technologies have uncovered strange formations beneath the ice that appear to be man-made, suggesting that Antarctica may have once been home to a thriving population, a population that could have been wiped out by a catastrophic event, such as a global flood or rapid climate change. The notion of ancient cities hidden beneath the ice is an alluring one, as it challenges our understanding of the continent's history. Could these cities, if they truly exist, be evidence of a lost civilization, one that possessed knowledge and technology far beyond anything we have today? Some researchers suggest that the structures detected beneath the ice could be remnants of an advanced civilization that existed in Antarctica long before the continent was consumed by ice. The idea that Antarctica was once a thriving hub of life, civilization, and culture is both fascinating and unsettling. Could these lost cities hold the key to understanding our own origins? Could they represent the first step in unraveling the mysteries of human civilization? But it is not only the technological advancements that have sparked interest in Antarctica's hidden past. The continent's rich history of exploration and military expeditions has provided a wealth of intriguing stories and theories that continue to capture the public's imagination. For instance, the expeditions of Nazi Germany to Antarctica in the years leading up to and during World War II have been the subject of much speculation. Officially, these expeditions were part of Germany's effort to map the continent and establish a base of operations in the region. However, many conspiracy theorists believe that the Nazis were in search of something far more significant, something buried beneath the ice that could give them an edge in the war. According to these theories, the Nazis discovered ancient alien technology or perhaps even made contact with extraterrestrial beings during their expeditions. Some even speculate that the Nazis discovered a hidden portal or doorway to another world, a doorway that may have been the key to their secretive interest in Antarctica. The idea that the Nazis were searching for something far beyond mere territory or scientific discovery raises unsettling questions about their motivations. What were they truly hoping to find in the frozen expanse of Antarctica? And if they did uncover something of profound significance, why has it been kept secret for so long? Theories surrounding Nazi expeditions in Antarctica are not confined to the realm of conspiracy. However, some researchers have pointed to the strange and unexplained nature of the Antarctic terrain itself as evidence of a lost, advanced civilization. The continent's vast ice sheets, coupled with the discovery of unusual rock formations, have led some to believe that Antarctica may have once been home to a civilization whose technological and architectural feats were far ahead of their time. These researchers point to the peculiar geometric patterns, perfect angles, and symmetrical rock formations that have been discovered beneath the ice as potential evidence of a long-lost advanced culture. Could the Nazis have stumbled upon remnants of this civilization? Or are they simply following ancient maps and legends that have been passed down through the ages? Regardless of the origins of these structures, Their presence raises profound questions about the history of the continent and the possibilities of lost civilizations. The connection between Antarctica and the mystery of lost civilizations is also bolstered by the discovery of strange artifacts that have been uncovered in the region over the years. In addition to the many fossils and remnants of ancient life, there have been reports of unusual objects found beneath the ice. These objects, which range from strange metallic alloys to carved stones and intricate artifacts, have fueled speculation about the possibility of ancient human activity in Antarctica. Some researchers believe that these artifacts may be evidence of an ancient civilization that once thrived on the continent before it was covered by ice. Others speculate that the artifacts could be remnants of a more recent, secret civilization, one that was advanced enough to hide its existence beneath the ice, away from the prying eyes of the world. The existence of these artifacts raises important questions about the true history of Antarctica and what may still lie hidden beneath the ice. Despite the tantalizing evidence of lost civilizations, extraterrestrial influence, and hidden artifacts, the truth about Antarctica remains elusive. The continent's isolation, combined with the extreme conditions that make exploration so difficult, has ensured that many of its secrets remain locked away beneath the ice. But as scientific technology continues to advance, and as interest in the continent's mysteries grows, the possibility that we may one day uncover the truth becomes more and more likely. Will the secrets of Antarctica ever be revealed to the world? Will we uncover the remnants of ancient civilizations, alien technology, or perhaps even signs of extraterrestrial life? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. Antarctica is a land of mysteries, a place where the boundaries of history, science, and imagination blur. As we continue to explore the frozen expanse of this enigmatic continent, we are reminded that the search for answers is far from over, and that the greatest discoveries may still lie hidden beneath the ice, waiting to be uncovered by those brave enough to venture into the unknown. As we move forward in our exploration of Antarctica's enigmatic secrets, we must confront a notion that might seem as strange as it is compelling. The possibility that the ancient past of the continent holds answers to mysteries that extend far beyond Earth itself. It's a concept so fantastical that it challenges the very fabric of our understanding. The idea that Antarctica may be home to knowledge and technologies far older and far more advanced than anything we currently comprehend. This theory posits that the continent was once a thriving center of civilization, long before it became the frozen wasteland it is today. Perhaps, it argues, Antarctica was once home to a race of beings or a society whose existence has been deliberately suppressed or forgotten, and the artifacts, technologies, and knowledge they left behind are scattered beneath the ice, awaiting discovery. This theory takes us down a path that touches on lost histories, suppressed knowledge, and even the very origins of humanity. Could Antarctica, in its pristine isolation, be a repository of ancient wisdom, hidden away from the rest of the world for reasons that we have yet to fully understand? The idea that Antarctica could harbor an ancient, advanced civilization is not as outlandish as it might first appear. In fact, it finds some support in a number of ancient texts, mythologies, and even archaeological discoveries made in other parts of the world. The legendary city of Atlantis, for example, has long been a symbol of lost knowledge and advanced technology. According to the writings of Plato, Atlantis was an island civilization far older than the known civilizations of the ancient world, and its inhabitants were said to possess immense wisdom and technological prowess. The fall of Atlantis, as the story goes, came as a result of a great cataclysm, a disaster that submerged the island beneath the sea. While many consider the story of Atlantis to be nothing more than myth, there are those who believe that Plato's writings were based on a real, historical event. The destruction of a civilization that once thrived in an area that has since been lost to the sands of time. Some even speculate that Antarctica itself could have been the location of this long-lost civilization. What if the ancient landmass we now call Antarctica was once home to a vibrant culture, capable of feats of engineering and knowledge that far surpassed anything we see today. And what if the cataclysmic event that destroyed this civilization was the very thing that led to the Ice Age, transforming a once temperate paradise into the frozen wasteland it is now? This theory draws on several intriguing pieces of evidence, including the geographic anomalies beneath Antarctica's ice. Satellite images and other high-tech scans have revealed unusual formations beneath the ice sheets that some believe are remnants of an ancient civilization. These formations are often described as being too precise, too symmetrical to be the result of natural geological processes. Could these structures, pyramids, temples, and city-like complexes, be the remains of a lost society? And if so, what happened to this civilization? Did they vanish because of a global disaster, or did they leave the planet entirely, perhaps relocating to another world, leaving behind only the traces of their existence? These questions remain unanswered, but they open the door to an unsettling possibility that an advanced civilization, potentially extraterrestrial or from Earth's deep past, once thrived in Antarctica, only to be wiped out in a cataclysmic event that has left no trace of their legacy other than these strange, half-buried remnants. Adding to the allure of this theory is the idea that the people who once inhabited Antarctica could have possessed knowledge and technologies far beyond our own. Could they have had access to energy sources, building techniques, or scientific principles that we're only beginning to understand? Could they have had contact with extraterrestrial beings? And if so, what kind of knowledge did they exchange? Could Antarctica have once been a hub for trade, learning, and culture on a global scale, only to be sealed away by the forces of nature? The more one considers these possibilities, the more plausible the idea becomes that Antarctica's ice is hiding something far beyond simple fossils or geological formations. Perhaps, deep beneath the surface, the remnants of an ancient world are waiting to be uncovered, a world that once stretched far beyond the icy borders of Antarctica, and whose influence may have shaped the entire course of human history. But the mysteries surrounding Antarctica are not confined to ancient civilizations alone. In recent years, some researchers have begun to look at the possibility that extraterrestrial life might have had a significant role in shaping the continent's history. The theory suggests that Antarctica may have served as a landing site for ancient extraterrestrial visitors, perhaps millions of years ago, and that the artifacts they left behind could be buried beneath the ice. These visitors, some theorists suggest, may have been the same advanced beings that inspired many of the ancient myths and stories we now consider to be mere folklore. Could these extraterrestrials have visited Earth in the distant past? And could they have chosen Antarctica as a place of refuge or a base of operations? If they did, it would explain the strange, unexplainable artifacts and structures found on the continent. Could Antarctica's ice be a frozen time capsule, preserving evidence of extraterrestrial visitors who came to Earth long before human civilization ever took shape? The idea of extraterrestrial involvement in the ancient history of Antarctica is given weight by a number of peculiarities that have been observed in the region. For example, scientists have reported strange electromagnetic anomalies, inexplicable radio signals, and mysterious sounds emanating from beneath the ice. Some of these phenomena have been linked to the possibility of alien technology hidden beneath the ice. Could these signals be remnants of an extraterrestrial presence, still active after thousands of years? Some researchers even suggest that these signals could be a form of communication from an alien civilization, a message that we are just beginning to decipher. The idea that Antarctica could be home to hidden alien technology is both tantalizing and unsettling. What could these extraterrestrial visitors have left behind? And what might we learn from these technologies if we could ever access them? These theories are not just the stuff of science fiction. In fact, they draw upon real discoveries made by scientists and explorers who have ventured into the icy depths of Antarctica. For example, the discovery of unusual minerals and metals beneath the ice has sparked some to speculate that these materials may have extraterrestrial origins. Some of these metals are so rare that they cannot be easily explained by natural geological processes. Could these metals be the remnants of alien spacecraft? Or could they have been used by ancient extraterrestrial civilizations for purposes unknown to us? It is a possibility that continues to intrigue researchers and conspiracy theorists alike as the search for extraterrestrial life on Earth grows more intense. The continued interest in Antarctica's hidden past also ties into the growing awareness of the continent's political and strategic importance. While much of Antarctica is governed by international treaties that prohibit military or commercial exploitation, some nations continue to stake claims on the region. The United States, for example, has maintained a strong presence in Antarctica with military and scientific bases scattered across the continent. What are they looking for? Why has Antarctica become such a focal point of interest in recent decades? Could it be that certain governments are aware of the continent's hidden potential and are actively pursuing access to the secrets buried beneath the ice? This adds another layer of intrigue to the mystery, as the desire for knowledge and control over Antarctica's potential resources grows more intense. It raises the question, is the world's interest in Antarctica driven solely by scientific curiosity, or is there something far more profound at stake? Ultimately, the story of Antarctica is one that is as vast, as deep, and as mysterious as the continent itself. As we continue to explore the secrets buried beneath the ice, we are faced with questions that challenge everything we thought we knew about our world and our place in the cosmos. The truth about Antarctica, whether it holds the remnants of lost civilizations, extraterrestrial technology, or knowledge that could revolutionize our understanding of the universe, may remain hidden for some time. But one thing is clear: Antarctica is no ordinary place. It is a land of mystery, a place where the boundaries of history, science, and myth blur together in a frozen expanse of uncertainty. And as we venture further into this unexplored territory, we may one day uncover truths that will forever change the way we view our planet and our place in the greater cosmos. As we continue our exploration of Antarctica's mysteries, it becomes increasingly evident that the continent is a place where history, science, and speculation collide in profound ways. While much of Antarctica's ancient secrets remain buried beneath miles of ice, the stories that continue to emerge from the frozen wasteland speak of a land far more significant than the barren, lifeless expanse we perceive it to be. Among the most persistent and intriguing theories is the idea that Antarctica's isolation and remoteness have allowed it to preserve secrets from the ancient past, secrets that have been lost or deliberately erased from the historical record. Some believe that beneath the ice, there may be not just evidence of past civilizations, but also traces of a forgotten global history, one that ties together the rise and fall of ancient cultures, their knowledge of the stars, and perhaps even the influence of beings from other worlds. This notion suggests that Antarctica is not merely a frozen wilderness, but a key to understanding the larger narrative of human civilization, one that we have only begun to unravel. The potential for Antarctica to serve as a window into the lost chapters of human history is one of the most compelling aspects of the mystery surrounding the continent. In recent years, a growing number of researchers have begun to ask, could Antarctica have once been home to advanced civilizations that thrived long before recorded history? Could the ice sheets have preserved evidence of these cultures, hidden away from the prying eyes of the world for millennia? The answer, for many, lies in the growing body of evidence that suggests that Antarctica was not always the frozen, desolate land we see today. As mentioned earlier, ancient fossils and geological records have shown that Antarctica was once home to a much more temperate climate, capable of supporting vast ecosystems and even primitive forms of life. This raises the question, could the same conditions that allowed life to flourish on the continent also have supported human civilization, or a similar species, long before the ice engulfed the land? In fact, evidence of ancient life beneath the ice continues to emerge, with startling discoveries made in recent years by scientists using advanced drilling techniques and ground-penetrating radar. These technologies have allowed researchers to peer deep beneath the ice sheets, revealing ancient landscapes and even what some believe to be signs of human activity. While many of these findings remain inconclusive, they point to a fascinating possibility that Antarctica may have once been a thriving landmass, teeming with life and culture before a cataclysmic event plunged it into the icy abyss. This could explain why the continent, for so long, was believed to be a blank slate in terms of human history. It wasn't that civilization had never reached Antarctica, it was that the evidence of its existence was buried beneath miles of ice, waiting to be rediscovered. But what happened to these ancient peoples, and why did their civilization disappear? Was it destroyed by a sudden, catastrophic event, or did it simply fade away over time, as Antarctica slowly transitioned into the frozen wasteland it is today? One of the most intriguing aspects of the theory surrounding Antarctica as a cradle of ancient civilization is the idea that the continent's isolation may have allowed it to preserve knowledge and artifacts far more advanced than anything we know from other ancient cultures. Some researchers believe that the ancient people who once lived in Antarctica were not just isolated from the rest of the world, but were also in possession of advanced scientific and technological knowledge that was far ahead of its time. These theories often draw parallels between the enigmatic structures found beneath the ice and the great architectural feats of ancient civilizations, such as the pyramids of Egypt or the stone monuments of the ancient Maya. Could the civilizations that once inhabited Antarctica have constructed massive, sophisticated cities and structures, the remnants of which are now hidden beneath the ice? And if they did, what kind of knowledge did they possess that might have influenced the development of other ancient cultures around the world? The idea that Antarctica once served as a center of advanced knowledge is both fascinating and unsettling, suggesting that the ice-covered continent could hold the answers to some of the world's greatest mysteries. Some of the more radical theories even suggest that the advanced knowledge of these ancient civilizations may have been imparted to humanity by extraterrestrial beings. According to this theory, extraterrestrials could have visited Earth thousands or even millions of years ago, making contact with ancient peoples in Antarctica and providing them with technologies that far surpassed anything humanity was capable of at the time. These theories often draw on accounts of UFO sightings, ancient alien legends, and the supposed presence of extraterrestrial artifacts in Antarctica. For example, some researchers believe that the mysterious pyramids found beneath the ice could be the remains of an ancient extraterrestrial base, built by beings from another world. Others argue that the technology used by these ancient civilizations could have been far beyond anything known to Earth's early inhabitants, potentially including advanced energy sources or propulsion systems that are still beyond our grasp today. The connection between Antarctica, ancient civilizations, and extraterrestrial life is one that has captivated the imagination of countless theorists and researchers who believe that the frozen continent holds the key to unlocking the mysteries of humanity's true origins. While these theories may sound far-fetched, there is evidence to suggest that the ancient past of Antarctica may be far more complex than we've been led to believe. In fact, several ancient maps have emerged that depict Antarctica in ways that defy conventional understanding. Perhaps the most famous of these is the Piri Reis map, which shows an accurate depiction of the coastline of Antarctica, a coastline that would not have been visible until modern times, due to the ice sheet that covers the continent. The existence of such maps has led many to question how early explorers could have had access to such detailed knowledge of the continent's geography. Some argue that these maps were based on ancient sources, perhaps passed down through secret societies or lost civilizations, that contained information about Antarctica's pre-ice age geography. Others believe that these maps could be evidence of extraterrestrial influence, suggesting that beings from other worlds visited Earth long before recorded history. The mystery of the Piri Reis map, along with other similar maps, continues to fuel speculation about Antarctica's ancient past and its connection to the greater narrative of human history. But beyond the ancient maps and the theories of lost civilizations and extraterrestrial involvement, there is also the issue of Antarctica's modern-day significance. In recent years, the continent has become a focal point for global scientific research, with scientists from all over the world conducting studies in Antarctica's harsh environment. While much of this research is focused on understanding climate change, the geology of the region, and the potential for future resource exploitation, there are those who believe that there is much more to the story than meets the eye. Some theorists argue that the scientific community's interest in Antarctica is driven not just by a desire for knowledge, but by a hidden agenda, the pursuit of technologies, knowledge, and resources that have been deliberately concealed by powerful forces. Could the international scientific presence in Antarctica be a cover for a more secretive operation, one focused on uncovering the hidden truths buried beneath the ice? Are governments and corporations searching for ancient alien artifacts or technologies that have been buried for millennia? The presence of military personnel and restricted zones in Antarctica has fueled these suspicions, with many wondering if there's more going on in the continent's icy depths than we are being told. The possibility that the mysteries of Antarctica may hold the answers to some of humanity's most profound questions, questions about our origins, the nature of life in the universe, and the true history of our planet, is a tantalizing one. As researchers continue to explore the continent, the hope is that one day we will uncover the secrets that have been hidden beneath the ice for so long. Will we find the remnants of ancient civilizations, evidence of extraterrestrial contact, or new forms of life that challenge our understanding of biology? Or will Antarctica remain an enigma, its secrets buried beneath the ice forever? The journey to uncover these answers is one that is only beginning, and as technology advances and exploration continues, the possibility of unlocking the mysteries of this frozen land grows ever more likely. One thing is certain: Antarctica holds secrets that, once revealed, could change the course of history and alter the way we see our place in the world and the universe. The more we delve into the mysteries of Antarctica, the more we find that this remote, frozen expanse is not just a site of scientific interest or environmental concern. It's a place of profound historical and existential significance. For centuries, Antarctica has been a blank canvas in the eyes of many explorers, a vast, icy wilderness with little to offer but in hospitable conditions. But what if this assumption is wrong? What if the continent holds not only evidence of ancient life, but also clues to humanity's true origins, and perhaps even the secrets of the cosmos? As we peel back the layers of ice, both literal and metaphorical, the questions surrounding Antarctica become more complex, raising the possibility that this continent is not just a passive backdrop in the story of our planet, but an active participant in the narrative of human history. Could it be that Antarctica's isolation was not just a result of natural processes, but the consequence of something far deeper, something deliberately hidden, or perhaps something we are not meant to understand? As more research is conducted and new technologies enable us to peer beneath the ice sheets, the prospect of uncovering hidden civilizations grows more tangible. Satellite imagery, ground-penetrating radar, and advanced drilling techniques have allowed scientists to identify strange anomalies beneath Antarctica's thick crust of ice. These anomalies, including perfect geometric shapes and unexplained geological formations, have spurred speculation about what might lie beneath. Some theorists suggest that these structures could be the remnants of an ancient civilization, a race of beings who once inhabited the continent and who left behind their knowledge, technology, and even their stories in the form of artifacts buried deep beneath the ice. The possibility that such a civilization existed challenges everything we know about human history, suggesting that ancient peoples may have thrived in Antarctica long before recorded history, before the ice covered the continent and sealed its secrets away. And yet, even as we uncover more evidence of strange formations, we are left with more questions than answers. What happened to these people? Why was their civilization lost? And why does it seem as though their legacy has been deliberately erased from the historical record? The connection between Antarctica and ancient civilizations is not a new idea. In fact, many cultures around the world have their own legends and myths that suggest a lost civilization, a golden age of knowledge and power that vanished under mysterious circumstances. From the stories of Atlantis to the ancient Indian texts of the Mahabharata, there are countless accounts of advanced civilizations that were destroyed by floods, fires, or other cataclysmic events. Could Antarctica have been the site of such a civilization? Could it have been the cradle of a culture that possessed knowledge and technology far beyond anything we have today? And could it be that the ice sheets that now cover the continent are not just a geological feature, but the final resting place of a forgotten world? Some researchers have speculated that Antarctica may have once been the center of an advanced global civilization, one that spanned continents and shared knowledge across vast distances. The idea that Antarctica could have been home to such a civilization, which may have influenced the development of other cultures around the world, is both captivating and unsettling. Could the evidence of this lost world lie hidden beneath the ice, waiting to be uncovered? And if it does, what implications would it have for our understanding of human history? If we accept the possibility that an ancient, advanced civilization once thrived in Antarctica, the next question becomes, what happened to it? How did such a prosperous and intelligent society vanish without a trace? One of the most compelling theories is that the civilization was destroyed by a catastrophic event, such as a global flood, a sudden shift in the Earth's axis, or cosmic impact. This theory draws on the evidence of sudden climate changes and global catastrophes that are often found in the geological record, including mass extinctions and evidence of rapid environmental shifts. Could Antarctica's transformation from a temperate paradise to a frozen wasteland have been the result of a sudden, cataclysmic event, one that wiped out the civilization that once inhabited the land? If this theory holds true, it could explain why so much of Antarctica's history remains hidden beneath layers of ice and snow. The civilization that once thrived on the continent could have been completely obliterated, leaving behind only fragments of their knowledge and culture. And yet, as strange as it seems, there may be clues that suggest that not all of this civilization was lost. Some theorists suggest that the knowledge of this lost world may have been preserved in the form of ancient maps, artifacts, and texts, passed down through secret societies or hidden in plain sight. As we continue to probe the depths of Antarctica's mysteries, we find that the land itself is not just an inert, frozen wasteland, but an active participant in the puzzle of human history. The continent's climate, its geographical features, and its isolation have all played a role in preserving the secrets of the past. Antarctica is a time capsule, holding within its icy vaults the remnants of ancient civilizations, mysterious technologies, and perhaps even evidence of extraterrestrial contact. The idea that the continent could be a repository of lost knowledge is one that continues to captivate the imagination of scientists, historians, and conspiracy theorists alike. It's as if the continent is waiting for humanity to unlock its secrets, to understand its significance, and uncover the clues it holds about our past and our future. The more we learn about Antarctica, the more it becomes clear that the continent is far more than just a remote wilderness. It is a place of hidden potential, where the boundaries of history, science, and myth blur together. The possibility that Antarctica holds the key to understanding not just ancient civilizations, but also the future of humanity, is one that resonates deeply with many researchers. Some believe that the technologies and knowledge buried beneath the ice could hold the answers to some of the world's most pressing problems, from energy crises to environmental degradation. The idea that ancient civilizations once harnessed advanced technologies that could be of use to us today is an appealing one, especially in a world where scientific progress often feels like it is moving at a glacial pace. Could the answers to our current dilemmas lie hidden beneath the ice? Could ancient knowledge be the key to solving the problems that threaten the future of our planet? This idea, though speculative, offers a tantalizing glimpse of a future where the secrets of the past are not just uncovered, but also harnessed to create a better world. The prospect of rediscovering lost technologies and knowledge is a powerful motivator for researchers, pushing them to continue exploring Antarctica's mysteries, even as they face countless obstacles and challenges. The search for answers in Antarctica is not just a scientific endeavor. It is also a spiritual and philosophical one. As humanity confronts the realities of climate change, geopolitical strife, and social unrest, the idea that there's still much we do not know about our planet and our history becomes increasingly urgent. What if the answers to our most pressing questions, the mysteries of life, the nature of consciousness, the origins of the universe, are hidden in places like Antarctica? Could the exploration of this frozen land be more than just a search for scientific knowledge, but a journey of self-discovery, a quest for meaning in a world that often seems chaotic and uncertain? The potential for Antarctica to provide answers to these existential questions adds a deeper layer of significance to the ongoing exploration of the continent. It suggests that the search for knowledge is not just about uncovering the past, but about understanding our place in the universe and our role in shaping the future. As we look to the future, it seems clear that Antarctica will continue to be a focal point of exploration, intrigue, and discovery. The mysteries buried beneath the ice may one day be revealed, and when they are, they will likely change the way we view our planet, our history, and even our place in the cosmos. The search for the hidden truths of Antarctica is more than just an academic pursuit. It is a quest for understanding, a journey into the unknown that could reshape the course of human history. What lies beneath the ice? What secrets does Antarctica hold? The answers to these questions may be closer than we think, and they could forever alter the way we see the world around us. The concept of Antarctica as a land of hidden secrets continues to fascinate researchers, historians, and conspiracy theorists alike. The very idea that such a vast, isolated continent could harbor remnants of lost civilizations, ancient technologies, or even extraterrestrial encounters opens up a world of possibilities that challenge everything we thought we knew about human history and the evolution of life on Earth. As we peel back the layers of the continent's icy surface, we begin to uncover more than just fossils and geological formations. We are uncovering the potential to rewrite the very story of our origins and perhaps even our future. The more we learn, the more it becomes clear that Antarctica is no ordinary place. It's a land that holds not just environmental significance, but a key role in understanding the mysteries of the past, the present, and even the future. The search for lost civilizations in Antarctica is not just about digging through ice and snow. It's about rethinking history itself. If we consider the possibility that Antarctica once supported an advanced civilization, perhaps one that was wiped out by a cataclysmic event, then the timeline of human development could be much older and more complex than previously imagined. Some scientists have even suggested that the remnants of such a civilization could be found beneath the ice, preserved for millions of years in the same way that ancient artifacts and fossils have been discovered in other parts of the world. But what if these remains are not just artifacts or ruins? What if they represent something far more significant, like a global network of knowledge, a library of the lost wisdom of humanity, or perhaps even of extraterrestrial visitors, that could completely change the trajectory of human history? Could Antarctica hold the answers to questions we have long considered unanswerable, such as how life began on Earth, or whether we are truly alone in the universe? The notion of lost civilizations in Antarctica is not just a theoretical construct, either. There have been multiple instances in history where explorers and scientists have encountered anomalies in Antarctica that defy easy explanation. From strange magnetic fields to unexplained structures beneath the ice, these discoveries have raised more questions than answers. In fact, some of these anomalies have led to the belief that the continent may have been intentionally hidden or protected by forces beyond our comprehension. Could the ice itself be a natural barrier, meant to conceal the remnants of a forgotten civilization? Or could it be a man-made structure, a protective shell created by an ancient culture with the foresight to shield their knowledge from future generations? The idea that such an advanced society once existed in Antarctica and that their knowledge was deliberately hidden, either by the civilization itself or by external forces, is a theory that continues to gain traction, especially as more evidence surfaces to support it. As we continue to investigate the region's history, one of the most compelling aspects of the Antarctica mystery is the presence of what some researchers describe as ancient maps that depict the continent long before it was covered by ice. Among the most famous of these is the Pyrie Reis map, a 16th century chart that shows a remarkably accurate depiction of Antarctica's coastline, despite the fact that modern science tells us that the continent has been frozen for millions of years. This map raises numerous questions. How could explorers from the 16th century have access to such detailed knowledge of Antarctica's geography? Could these maps have been based on much older sources, passed down through generations, or perhaps even ancient civilizations whose existence has since been erased? The very presence of these maps hints at the possibility that Antarctica's history has been deliberately concealed, or that there is a deeper, hidden truth that we have yet to uncover. If these ancient maps are indeed based on real knowledge, then they suggest that Antarctica was known to ancient civilizations who may have had a much more advanced understanding of the world than we give them credit for. This brings us to another layer of the Antarctica mystery: the connection between the continent and extraterrestrial life. While this may sound like the stuff of science fiction, there is growing speculation that Antarctica may have been a site of extraterrestrial visitation, perhaps even a location of an ancient alien base. This theory stems in part from the discovery of strange, unexplained artifacts in Antarctica, as well as electromagnetic anomalies that suggest something is beneath the ice. Some theorists believe that Antarctica could have been the landing site for alien visitors who left behind their technology or other evidence of their presence. If this theory holds any merit, it could explain the advanced technology and knowledge that some believe the ancient civilizations of Antarctica possessed. Could these extraterrestrials have shared their knowledge with the inhabitants of the continent, influencing their development and providing them with technologies far beyond anything humanity had at the time? Or could the continent have served as a place of refuge, where alien visitors sought shelter from a cataclysmic event, much like the ancient survivors of a lost world? This connection between Antarctica and extraterrestrial life is further bolstered by the strange phenomena that have been reported in the region. For instance, there have been numerous accounts of unusual sounds emanating from deep within the continent, some of which are so distinct that they have been compared to the sounds made by large machinery or even extraterrestrial technology. These reports, along with the discovery of unusual structures and artifacts beneath the ice, have led some researchers to conclude that Antarctica may indeed hold evidence of extraterrestrial contact, whether in the form of artifacts, technologies, or even alien life forms themselves. Some believe that these encounters with extraterrestrial beings may have taken place long before modern humans arrived on the scene, suggesting that Earth's relationship with beings from other worlds may be much older than we have been led to believe. But even as we delve into the possibilities of extraterrestrial life, the mysteries of Antarctica are not confined to otherworldly explanations. The continent is also home to a rich and unexplained geological history that could shed light on the forces that shaped the planet long before humans arrived. Geologists have long been fascinated by Antarctica's unusual rock formations and the evidence of ancient volcanic activity beneath the ice. Some researchers suggest that these formations may hold clues to understanding the tectonic processes that have shaped the Earth's surface and could even provide insight into the history of life on our planet. The possibility that Antarctica's geology may contain evidence of ancient ecosystems, or that it could have once been a haven for life in a more temperate climate, adds another layer to the mystery of the continent. What if the ice sheet that now covers Antarctica is not just a result of natural climate change, but a process that occurred as a result of a cataclysmic event that wiped out life, leaving behind only the remnants of an ancient world? If this theory holds true, it could provide further evidence that Antarctica's history is far more complex than we have been taught. As more research is conducted and new technologies are developed, the mysteries of Antarctica are gradually being uncovered, though many questions remain unanswered. With each new discovery, the continent's role in the larger narrative of human history becomes more significant, and the possibilities for what lies beneath the ice grow ever more tantalizing. Could Antarctica be the key to understanding the origins of human civilization, the role of extraterrestrial life, or even the nature of our own existence? The search for answers in Antarctica is an ongoing quest, one that challenges everything we thought we knew about the planet and the history of life on Earth. As technology advances and the ice slowly gives up its secrets, we may one day discover the hidden truths that lie beneath its frozen surface. Truths that could forever change our understanding of the world around us, and perhaps even our place in the universe. For now, the mystery of Antarctica remains one of the most captivating and unexplained phenomena in modern history. It's a place that has been largely untouched by human civilization, a place where the past, present, and future seem to converge. Whether it's the possibility of lost civilizations, extraterrestrial encounters, or the untapped potential of the continent's resources and knowledge, Antarctica holds secrets that continue to inspire awe and wonder. As we continue to explore the frozen expanse of this enigmatic land, we are left with one undeniable truth. The more we discover, the more we realize how little we truly know. Antarctica is not just a land of ice. It is a land of mystery, waiting to reveal the truths that have been buried for millennia. And as we push further into the unknown, the answers we seek may not only change the course of history, but also open doors to a future we have yet to imagine. Antarctica, with its vast, frozen expanses, continues to remain one of the most mysterious and unexplored places on Earth. It is a land where the passage of time seems suspended, where ice and snow preserve the history of the planet in a way that no other place on Earth can. But beneath its seemingly barren surface, there is a compelling suggestion that the continent holds far more than just ancient fossils or icy secrets. Some believe that Antarctica's isolation and unique geographical features have allowed it to become a repository of lost knowledge, forgotten civilizations, and even extraterrestrial artifacts that could change the way we understand our past and our future. While the scientific community focuses on climate change and environmental concerns in Antarctica, a quieter, less explored aspect of the continent lingers, one that links the region to stories of ancient civilizations, mystical traditions, and even potential alien encounters. This idea is not just speculative. There are real discoveries and ongoing theories that continue to shape the narrative surrounding Antarctica's enigmatic history. One of the most tantalizing aspects of Antarctica's history is the possibility that it once harbored a civilization or multiple civilizations that were far more advanced than we currently understand. Satellite imagery and ground-penetrating radar have revealed strange formations beneath the ice, which, to some researchers, appear to be far too precise and symmetrical to be purely natural. These structures, which have been compared to pyramids, temples, and even city-like complexes, have sparked widespread debate about the existence of an ancient culture that once called Antarctica home. But the most compelling aspect of these findings is that they challenge everything we know about the history of civilization. The idea that a thriving, advanced society could have existed in Antarctica long before the ice covered the land seems almost too incredible to be true. Yet, the evidence continues to grow, suggesting that the continent's history may be far older and far more complex than we have been led to believe. If we accept that such a civilization once existed in Antarctica, the next question becomes, what happened to them? What force, natural or otherwise, could have caused such a sophisticated society to vanish without a trace? Some theorists suggest that the civilization was destroyed by a cataclysmic event, one that changed the very face of the Earth. The theories about what might have caused the fall of this civilization vary, but one of the most widely discussed ideas is that a global disaster, such as a massive flood, volcanic eruption, or even a shift in the Earth's magnetic poles, wiped out not only the civilization that thrived in Antarctica, but also other parts of the world. The evidence for such an event is not hard to find. Geological records contain signs of abrupt climate shifts, mass extinctions, and environmental upheavals that suggest the planet has experienced at least one catastrophic event on a global scale. Could the fall of an advanced Antarctic civilization have been the result of such a disaster? And could the ice sheet that now covers Antarctica be the final burial ground of their once great culture? The idea of a lost, advanced civilization in Antarctica also intersects with some of the most fascinating ancient myths and legends from around the world. The story of Atlantis, for example, has long captured the imagination of people seeking to understand the origins of human civilization. According to Plato's writings, Atlantis was a powerful and technologically advanced society that was destroyed by a cataclysmic event. Some researchers have suggested that the tale of Atlantis may be more than just myth, that it could be based on real historical events that were passed down through generations, eventually becoming the stories we know today. What if Atlantis wasn't just a fictional place, but a real civilization? And what if it was located not in the Mediterranean or the Atlantic Ocean, as many believe, but in Antarctica? This theory is supported by ancient maps, such as the Piri Reis map, which shows an accurate depiction of Antarctica's coastline, a coastline that modern science tells us was not visible to any humans until recent times, due to the ice sheet that covers the continent. The idea that Antarctica could have been the location of Atlantis, or a similar ancient civilization, presents a tantalizing glimpse into the possibility that history, as we know it, may not be the full story. Adding weight to this theory is the suggestion that extraterrestrial beings may have played a role in the development of these ancient civilizations. Throughout history, there have been numerous accounts of strange beings descending from the sky, imparting knowledge and technology to early civilizations. Some theorists believe that these extraterrestrial visitors may have chosen Antarctica as a landing site or base of operations, and that the civilization that once thrived there was not entirely human. The evidence for this theory comes from various sources, including ancient texts, unexplained artifacts, and the anomalous structures found beneath the ice. The idea that Antarctica may have been visited by extraterrestrial beings, or that advanced technology was brought to Earth by these beings, suggests that the civilization that once inhabited the continent may have possessed knowledge and abilities far beyond anything we have today. Could it be that these visitors left behind their technology, either by accident or design, and that the knowledge they share with the people of Antarctica is hidden beneath the ice, waiting to be rediscovered? Some researchers point to strange electromagnetic anomalies, inexplicable sounds, and even unexplained lights that have been reported in Antarctica as further evidence of extraterrestrial activity. These phenomena, often dismissed as natural occurrences or environmental noise, have led some to conclude that the continent could be a hotspot for alien technology or even extraterrestrial life. There are reports of unusual sounds emanating from beneath the ice, sounds that some describe as being similar to the hum of machinery or the buzz of electrical energy. Could these noises be the remnants of an extraterrestrial presence, still active after thousands of years? Some theorists believe that these signals could be a form of communication from an alien civilization, waiting to be deciphered by humanity. If this is the case, the implications are staggering. It would mean that extraterrestrial beings not only visited Earth, but may have played a role in shaping human history, offering us technologies and knowledge that could revolutionize our understanding of science, energy, and even consciousness.